Oh, Ravens Nation, how are you all feeling after the Ravens landed the big fish? Dalvin Cook, just recently released from the New York Jets, decided to sign with the Baltimore Ravens for their playoff run. Now, I know what you might be thinking. In your last video, did you not say you didn't think the Ravens would sign Dalvin Cook? That is true. I did say that. And if you've been watching, I said in the previous video before that Lamar Jackson should play at least a half in this final game, but I would not be mad if they sat him. But I said I thought that they should play him. And since I was wrong on both of those, I will now predict the Ravens will not win the Super Bowl, therefore securing the Ravens Super Bowl. You're welcome, Ravens Nation. But no, on a more serious note, guys, Dalvin Cook signed with the Ravens. It looked like he was between the Ravens, the Cowboys. Obviously, he wanted to go to a Super Bowl contender. Makes sense. The guy is pretty decorated in his career thus far. He's had a pretty good career, but he has not found the team to take him to the Lombardi. So this is his chance. He's joining the league's best rushing attack in Baltimore. No surprise there. That's just what the Ravens do. They run the ball. That's what they do. They play defense and they run the ball. That's basically been the Ravens' motto for years. So he joins the league's best rushing attack, coming off a pretty disappointing season thus far in New York, like we touched on in the last video, averaging just over 3 yards a carry. Not good. Rushed for a total of 214 yards on 67 carries. No rushing touchdowns. Not a good season for Dalvin Cook. Not what we're used to seeing out of Dalvin Cook. I attribute that to a couple things. One, the Jets' offensive line is not very good. Okay, it's you look at where Pro Football Focus ranks their offensive line, it's just bad all the way through. Like they're not good whatsoever. So that obviously has a big effect on it. Also, was not the featured back in New York. Breece Hall was, who's a very good back himself. So both of those things also contributed to it. I'm also not ruling out that Dalvin Cook is not prime Dalvin Cook anymore. Okay, and I don't expect him to step into Baltimore and just take over games. That's not why the Ravens got him. They don't need him to do that. He's not prime Dalvin Cook anymore, but he's still good. I saw a lot of other fans saying that he's washed because he's averaging 3 yards a carry and has not been a factor in New York. There are reasons for that. I just listed a few of them. You look at a long time ago, just 1 year ago, in New York, when he ran for over 1,100 yards, almost 1,200 yards, and 8 rushing touchdowns, averaging 4.5 yards a carry. This was just last year. Okay, you can't tell me the wheels completely fell off in 1 year's time. Now, the Ravens are not going to run him to be their feature back. He's going to be a complimentary back. I like where the running back room is. Gus Edwards, he's been that dude. Justice Hill, he's also that dude. Unfortunately, guys like J.K. and Keaton Mitchell could not be here for this pivotal playoff run. It is unfortunate, but I liked what I saw from Melvin Gordon in his limited snaps last Sunday. And then Dalvin Cook's going to come in a couple of weeks with fresh legs from the season, because he hasn't ran the ball hardly at all, and hopefully give them another dynamic to this offense. Another interesting stat that I saw last year when he was the featured back in Minnesota, his explosive runs, so runs over 10 yards. He had 30 of them last year. This year, only 4. And again, that could probably limited to the quantity of carries he had. It was not a fraction of what he had last year. This guy's still got some good football in him. I am not convinced in the slightest that the wheels completely fell off from last year to this year. To my knowledge, he hasn't had any major injuries in the last year, if I'm not mistaken. He's still a quality running back and a quality football player. Yes, on the second half of his career, absolutely. Unfortunately, the running back life in the NFL is relatively short, but he's still a good running back. And just imagine fresh legs coming into Baltimore for this playoff run. A team that is ultra motivated and ultra locked in ways that I don't know that I've ever seen them quite this locked in, starting with Mr. Lamar Jackson. But imagine the read options with Dalvin Cook, who can bring some more of that speed back that you lost in Keaton Mitchell. He's not as fast as Keaton Mitchell, but he's still bringing that speed, and I think he can bring some of that explosive running back that we lost with Keaton Mitchell. That is what I want to see. I just want to see him pop a little bit. I love where this running back room is. He's going to be hopefully a big time contributor. He doesn't have to take over games. He doesn't have to be amazing, but I think he's going to be good behind this offensive line. Already leads the league in rushing. So everyone that says that he fell off and he's washed and this, that, and the other, running behind the New York Jets offensive line as the second or third running back in New York, I think is going to see him pop in the playoffs. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. And if you watch Undisputed, I saw a segment on there talking about Dalvin Cook being signing with the Ravens. I'm not going to get into that whole segment. I might make another video about it, but Michael Irvin was making the point that he should have gone to the Cowboys because the Ravens already have the top-ranked rushing attack. And he's not really going to be able to show the difference he can make when he's already joining a team that's the best rushing team in the league. So he should have gone to the Cowboys, who I think rank right in the middle of the pack. Dalvin Cook is not coming here to secure another contract, okay? Obviously, he's going to sign somewhere next year. But like Keyshawn Johnson said, his big paydays, they're over. They're done. He's going to be a minimum guy with incentives. And that's very true, what he said. He came here to win a Super Bowl. And I believe viewed the Baltimore Ravens as the team that gave him the most realistic chance at winning that. How many great players come through the NFL, have come through the NFL? Some of them all-time greats never won a Super Bowl. These things are not gimmies just because you're a good player. A lot has to go right for you to win a Super Bowl. And winning more than one just makes it that much more incredible and special when guys like Tom Brady does it 7 times. What in the world? It's ridiculous. So Dalvin Cook views this, I believe, as his chance. He knows he's on the second half of his career. And I believe that's exactly why Dalvin Cook decided to join the Ravens over the Cowboys. Because as much hype as the Cowboys get year in and year out, I think the Ravens give him the best chance to get that coveted Super Bowl ring. I want to know what you guys think. How impressed are you with this signing? Are you glad? Do you think he's washed? Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you for tuning into Flock Talk. If you are a Ravens fan, you're missing out if you're not subscribed. That's all we do is talk Ravens football here. So smash the thumbs up on this video. It helps in the algorithm. Subscribe if you're new. Helps grow this platform. Let's blow it up. And I will see you all in the next video. Go Ravens.